I'm Jason Jorgensen. It is once again time for the Loper Football Show. We are joined by UNK head coach Ryan Held. The Lopers coming up a nice win on the road over Washburn on Saturdays. They rallied to win it in the fourth quarter, 31-24. Coach, looking back, I'm sure you went through, watched the tape. You had to be pleased with how you guys stepped up and found a way to win.
Yeah, in this conference, it's just find a way to win. Sometimes it can be really nice. Sometimes it can be a grinder. We know that the MIAA is very tough to win, especially on the road. Washburn, they played really well against UCO the week before. They've been gradually getting better, so we knew that that we were going to get their best shot. Looking at it, +3 in the turnover margin was big. Obviously, we got a couple on special teams. We ended up able to make a 47-yard field goal, which was big for us. We did a lot of good things on offense, but Jason, we left some things on the table too that going back, that some huge plays that were there. But we definitely played better on offense. Defensively, they played, well at times, and then we gave up a few plays as well. Probably didn't tackle as well as we have in the first half, but we definitely improved in the second half. We had a couple turnovers, especially one before the half, and then one right out of the gate second half, which was big. Special teams, we didn't kick the ball great on kickoff in the spots, which hurt us. So the kickoff coverage wasn't what it needed to be. We missed another field goal, hence why we switched kickers in that situation, give another guy an opportunity. But overall, we were down. We came back in the fourth quarter and won, which we've played well in the fourth quarter, and obviously we're going to have to continue doing that moving forward.
2 more interceptions for cornerback Ife Current. He had success before at Missouri Southern. I'm sure you're glad he's a Loper now.
Yeah, he's done a nice job. I think he's got 4 turnovers right now, leading the conference. He's long and physical, and he sees the game really well. He can play man, he can play zone. We switched it up coverage wise and confused the quarterback and got a couple picks playing some zone stuff. But it's nice having him. In this game, you better be good at O-line, D-line, and a corner. And we've definitely improved in that area.
There was one big bummer, however, out of the game, the injury to Isaiah Harrison, and that's too bad because, he had a heck of a first month and a half of the season for you.
Yeah, it's this game can be great. It can also be very sad, and right now we're still working through some things with that to see what will come of it. But definitely, Isaiah is such a warrior and a great player. I mean, he's probably the best running back in the country. But there's a plan, and we're going to pray and see what happens.
But you're number 2, though. You put Jamez Ross in there in the spot, and he had some big runs for you and came up with a big run late when you guys had to salt the game away.
Yeah, Jamez Ross is, really, really good, and redshirt freshman at a West Side. And, now, depending on the severity, Jamez is going to have to keep it rolling. Jet Turner will move up from Bigsby, really good running back as well. And then hopefully here in the next couple of weeks, Stone Wilson from Dodge City, we can get back for the stretch run, who's really, really good too. Our running back room is a really good room. But, again, our offensive line has done a really nice job, and our tight ends, in the core blocking for those guys. Without them, it wouldn't matter who's back there, Walter Payton, but it's been a good 5 weeks, so to speak, of us, improving offensively, but there's still a lot left on the table for us to increase. Last week, disappointed in penalties, really kind of the last 2 weeks. Some of them have been judgment calls, but then there's been a few more pre-snap penalties that we've got to get tightened up because, I think we're a disciplined football team, but we can't have those penalties.
Talk to me about Pittsburg State. They played a brutal schedule to begin with, but it looks like they're kind of finding their groove here the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, they're a good program. They've been a good program. They're the NCAA Division II all-time winningest program for a reason. They got good players. They got great alumni. They got great fans, great facilities. And my dad went there and played football. My mom went there and they met there. So I have a history with the Held family and the Gorillas. But obviously I'm a Loper, and none of that matters. But we're looking forward to the challenge. We're looking forward to going on the road. We have a 4 out of 5 stretch of road games, and we got one down, and now here's the second. I look at it kind of like baseball, second series, and then we get a home game next week and homecoming. But we know we're going to get a great challenge. They're really, really good. They're kind of finding their groove. They're good in the fourth quarter. Well, so are we. Hopefully we can get it in the fourth quarter. And you look at it historically, my first year, we were down 7-3 at half there, 12-7 going in the fourth quarter. Then we kind of fell apart. Last year was 13-10, I think, going in the fourth. I don't remember exactly. And we lost 20-10. So we played these guys pretty well. We haven't played well enough offensively. I think defensively we have. So we got to be able to play better offensively and give ourselves a chance to win.
What kind of looks are you going to see from their defense on Saturday? What's maybe been some of their strengths?
Well, they run an even front and they stem to a bare front, an odd front. So, we're going to have our rules, in place. They play a lot of guys. Like, I can't even keep up with how many guys play. Every time I look, well, who's number 21? Where'd he come from? So they have a lot of guys that they play, and so we got to be, prepared for, keeping it simple, but yet giving them different looks. We got to continue to be able to be satisfied with 4 yards in the run game, and then continue to improve in our passing game. We're getting guys open, which is good. We were able to complete some. We got better in the scramble game, which was big, but we just got to keep getting better, and we got to take care of the football.
Also looks like Pittsburg State has not been afraid to try some gadget plays this year.
Yeah, they're going to do that. They have a young offensive coordinator that I think has good ideas. And, last week they ran for more yards than we did against Emporia. So they got 2 good running backs. They got good receivers. They got a good quarterback. They're good up front. Their schemes are good. And so you got to play well.
Coach, as always, we appreciate the time. We'll see you in Kansas.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jason.
And that was Loper head coach Ryan Held. His thoughts on UNK's big matchup this week on the road against 3-2 Pittsburg State. Kickoff on Saturday, set for 2. We will bring you the game on 93.1 The River and 106.9 in Kearney. For our producer, John Willis, and for Coach Held, this is Jason Jorgensen saying so long. Thanks for tuning in to the Loper Football Show.